Today's chapter is called Blame It on the Cloud, and I have a feeling that that cloud of doom is about to make things even worse. I don't know if you can see, but Eric's name is on there 3 times. I wonder if it's each Eric, so let's find out. Mrs. Jules went from desk to desk as she handed back the math test. I am very disappointed in you, Joy, she said. You need to learn your 6s and 7s. Joy had gotten an F. That awful letter was written in red ink, and there was a circle around it. But it wasn't my fault, Mrs. Jules, Joyce complained. It's the cloud of doom. It made me change my answers. Said Mrs. Jules as she took another look at Joy's test. She made 2 little strokes with her red pen, whoop, whoop, turning the F into a B. Joyce smiled. The door swung open and Bebe walked in, more than 15 minutes late. Bebe, you need to put your name on the blackboard under the word discipline, Mrs. Jules told her. Don't blame me, said Bebe. I left the house on time. The cloud of doom slowed me down. Oh, okay then, said Mrs. Jules. Leslie screamed. Ah! I wonder what happened there. Mrs. Jules turned. Paul pulled my pigtails, she accused, both at the same time. Paul, what do you have to say for yourself, demanded Mrs. Jules. Paul shrugged. Cloud of doom? He tried. Leslie turned around and shook her fist at him. I'll doom you, you ugly bug sniffer. Leslie, that is no way to talk, said Mrs. Jules. It wasn't me, Mrs. Jules, Leslie said sweetly. The cloud of doom made me say it. Well, you apologized, Paul, for calling him ugly. But I didn't call him ugly, said Leslie. I said he sniffs ugly bugs. Jenny and DJ laughed. Mrs. Jules glared at them. Cloud of doom, they said at the same time. Mrs. Jules continued to hand back tests. You could do better, Terrence, she said when she came to him. Terrence crumpled up his test into a ball and then brought it to the front of the room where he dropped it in the trash. He stood there a moment, staring at the trash can. Terrence, you return to your seat, ordered Mrs. Jules. But he stayed right where he was. Terrence, do you have a problem? Asked Mrs. Jules. Nope, said Terrence, no problem. And he kicked the basket. It sailed end over end across the classroom, spilling trash all along the way. Mac raised both arms like a football ref. 3 points, he declared. Terrence, exclaimed Mrs. Jules. Sorry, Cloud of Doom made me do it, said Terrence. Mac, said Mrs. Jules, you know better. Cloud of... Enough, said Mrs. Jules. I get it. It's hard with that cloud hanging over us all the time. But you can't blame everything that goes wrong on it. You have to take responsibility. And if that means working extra hard so things don't go wrong, well, I'll be doubling your homework then. Oh, that's not fair, complained Benjamin. Mrs. Jules told Benjamin to write his name on the blackboard under the word discipline. The ultimate test will start Monday, Mrs. Jules declared. It will take 3 days to complete, and you better be prepared, cloud or no cloud. There were lots of groans. Mrs. Jules returned to Joy's desk. She crossed out the B, and this time she gave her an F-. Terrence, there's a broom in the back closet. I expect you to sweep up the trash and put it back. Mac can help you. Everyone else, get in line under Benjamin and write your names on the blackboard under the word discipline. There were moans and groans as everyone rose from their seats. Oh, it's funny, I didn't look, but she says, except for you, Todd, ordered Mrs. Jules. You're the only one who's been good. Todd sat back down. He scratched his head. You used to be a nice teacher, said Rondi as she made her way to the blackboard. Yeah, why are you so mean? Asked Allison. Mrs. Jules shrugged and said, oh, a cloud of doom. Above them, the dark cloud continued to churn as it turned inside itself again and again. No one hardly noticed it anymore, but it continued to grow larger every day and more powerful. Lightning flashed inside the cloud where no one could see it. Thunder boomed where no one could hear it. What happened in the cloud stayed in the cloud. For now. Cool. Chapter 24, The Ultimate Test, Day 1. And it's one of their favorite things to do, a spelling bee. They always have crazy words in those spelling bees. So, see what happens next. Bye, guys.